Listen here, dame. What happens when an Oscar-winning actor takes a turn behind the camera for a passion project?
Let's find out when we review Motherless Brooklyn. And, let's not call me dame.
Tune in to Alternate Ending now.
Welcome to Alternate. We're discovering good movies, one bad movie at a time. I'm film school dropout Robert Jarosinski.
And I'm the casual moviegoer, Carrie Jarosinski.
And while we have different backgrounds and perspectives on movies, our goal is always the same: to help you navigate the cinema world to determine if you should spend big bucks on a flick rushing to theaters, wait for it to come out on streaming, or skip it altogether. This week we're taking a look at Motherless Brooklyn, and if you've had a chance to see it, make sure to leave your thoughts on the movie in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all of our videos.
Motherless Brooklyn is a film noir that takes place in 1950s New York and follows Lionel Esrog, played by Edward Norton, who is a private investigator attempting to crack the case following the murder of his mentor and friend, Frank Minna, played by Bruce Willis. While Lionel struggles with Tourette syndrome, making it awkward for certain situations that he gets into, he's gifted with a photographic memory that allows him to piece together. His pursuit of whodunit and why lead him to following activist Laura Rose, played by Gugu Mbatha-Raw, who may unknowingly be wrapped up in the middle of this conspiracy and ties back to the big bad politician Moses Randolph, played by Alec Baldwin.
Motherless Brooklyn is a long gestating passion project for Norton, who's been trying to bring this film to life after getting the rights to adapt the Jonathan Lethem novel over 20 years ago. Although the novel takes place in 1999, Norton rewrote the story for the 1950s, citing that the original novel had the characters acting like gumshoes, which would have made the film feel ironic or akin to Rian Johnson's Brick. After shopping the film around with big-name directors, a studio exec encouraged Norton to direct the film himself, making it his second feature film after 2000's Keeping the Faith. The setting places it in the throes of a controversial time in New York City, where cleaning up slums adversely impacted minorities by forced removal and gentrification. Care, what did you think of Motherless Brooklyn?
Well, you and I were able to snag a couple of press passes to catch a screening of this in Chicago. We had a night away from the kids, we had a nice dinner before the movie, which usually means, for me, that it's automatically defaulted to 5 stars. So the highlights for me were many of the independent performances were really solid. Edward Norton delivers on his depiction of a man with Tourette's. Gugu Mbatha-Raw delivers as a strong-willed advocate for the city's impacted groups. And Alec Baldwin is always an excellent butthole. And next, I really liked the vibe. It has a 50s jazz theme playing throughout the movie that gives it sort of this private detective noir backdrop that I think it's going for. And that takes me to the lowlights. It never really feels like it gets there on the message it's trying to send. It's addressing political corruption and how that impacts low-income families and minorities, but there really isn't a so what then kind of moment. And next, and I won't spoil, there's a sort of twist/major plot reveal that we discover towards the end that's supposed to be this like, whoa moment, but it left me kind of feeling like, that's it. And I think the last thing I would say is, it's like probably 45 minutes too long. So in the end, I gave Motherless Brooklyn 3 stars, and while I don't think it's worth your theater money, I would probably just recommend that you stream it at home. So what did you think about the movie?
Well, I'm a huge Edward Norton fan, and film noirs are my jam. And while Edward Norton's first directorial outing almost 20 years ago wasn't anything to write home about, many think that American History X, which is one of my favorite movies, was largely guided by his creative vision. Highlights for me were, first, the performance. With an all-star cast, you'd expect fantastic performances, and the movie delivers. From Gugu Mbatha-Raw to Willem Dafoe to, of course, Edward Norton, the actors are firing on all cylinders. But the top prize goes to Alec Baldwin, who is in his element again, stealing every scene he is in, harkening back to his Glengarry Glen Ross days. Lowlights for me were, I've seen it before. While not a bad performance by Edward Norton, I can't help but think I've seen this turn before. Whether it was his first outing as the stuttering Aaron Stamper in Primal Fear or Jack in The Score, Edward Norton brings similar tics to Lionel Esrog that lack novelty. Second, the runtime. The downside of getting the keys to the kingdom to having your vision realized is sometimes that there is a need to have someone check you. Like you said, Care, a 2-hour, 24-minute runtime is just too long. Third, editing. There are some odd choices in editing that bring about a frenetic feel for a slow-pacing movie that just doesn't jive. That, in addition to having Radiohead scoring a period piece, makes it really weird. Fourth, meaning. The movie wants to wrestle with some serious and modern-day relevant issues in our society, but barely scratches the surface in dealing with them. And five, lastly, the twist. As you said, Care, the movie is all about building towards a whodunit as well as solving why the whodunit, and the reveal is anticlimactic. In the end, this is a well-acted film that misses the mark on several fundamental levels. I give Motherless Brooklyn 3 stars and suggest you wait for it to come out on streaming.
Well, we love hearing from everyone, so share your thoughts on the movie in the comments below. We have other videos like this one we'd love for you to check out. So subscribe to our channel for the latest updates.
If you want more details about all the stuff we're up to, including our weekly movie giveaways, head to our website, alternatending.com. We'll catch you next time.
Tune in to alternate ending.